Hello and welcome to the special golfing edition of Beyond the Game. I'm Lance Santos and we're in Antalya, the Turkish Airlines Open, where some of the world's top golfers will be competing for a $7 million prize fund. We've got a jam-packed show, so let's get straight to it. Here is what's coming up.
Golf in Turkey has taken a hit with security fears, but the European Tour has vowed to carry on. Courses have many quirks, but this one's a little different. And we meet the amazing kid who's taken golf in Angry to a different level. But first, we saw the tournament kick off in style.
The flag stick.
Someone time it.
Now, the Turkish Airlines Open is one of the final stops on the European Tour's race to Dubai. So you can imagine it's a pretty crucial event to pick up some much needed points. But some of the world's top golfers have decided not to come over security fears. And that's prompted criticism from some of the golfers who have turned up. Here's Peter Franks.
Turkey has been through a lot recently, and the last thing they needed was their marquee golf tournament cancelled. World number 2 Rory McIlroy made the late decision to pull out, but organisers gave the green light.
We've had to supply a lot of extra stuff, conditions that the tour laid down for them to be able to say to their members that it was safe to come, and they still didn't come. But, you know, it was very important for Turkey to get this on this week.
You know, I was in regular contact with Keith, obviously, on the tournament, Keith Pelly, and Hendrik, the player relations guy, and obviously speaking to Chubby a lot. And it was one of them where, if the tournament was happy to go ahead, like, you know, we made a decision to go down to Rio quite early and we stuck by it all the time. You know, there's a lot greater things here at risk, and you know, if the guys say that everything's okay down here, then, you know, then we were always going to come down.
Tiger Woods was slated to make his comeback at the Carrier course, but is still not ready for golf. The players that have made it, though, are happy to be in Antalya and delighted with the course.
Well, it's a different course, obviously, and it looks good. It looks quite tight. It's in great condition, great facilities here. The weather looks great for the week, so it's a good tournament and I'm looking forward to playing.
Meanwhile, the defending champion is looking to make it a hat-trick of wins at the Turkish Open.
Yeah, officially it's been a great week for me the last 3 years, and I hope I will do a good result again. It's not the same course, but it's very similar.
The race to Dubai is in the finishing straight, and it looks like it will be a close finish.
I've got to go out here this week, and hopefully the golf game gets a little better, and, you know, we just keep working forward. You know, we've got obviously Nedbank next week, and then the race to Dubai, you know, finale in 3 weeks' time. So there's still a lot of golf left. The issue is I've not been playing very well, so you know, that's the main aim over the next 3 weeks.
Padraig Harrington is a recent winner in Portugal, and nothing will stop the Northern Irishman from his climb back up the rankings.
Clearly everybody's safety reservations, they're thinking about it. I think from my own perspective, I played most of my amateur career late 80s, 90s, and I was happy to travel up to Northern Ireland, where they also would have said they had troubles, as they called it, issues, and I don't know if that makes you kind of gives you a little bit more confidence. Maybe it might be a false confidence that gives you, you understand that it's a much bigger picture than you are as an individual.
A beautiful course in idyllic surroundings with perfect weather means that this year's Turkish Open should be low scoring and extremely competitive.
And we're with the golfers who stayed on that one. We've been here almost a week, and the only trouble we've had is the danger of getting sunburned. Speaking of a man who's no stranger to danger is the German golfer Florian Fritsch. The 31-year-old actually retired from the sport due to his fear of flying, but he's back on track. He's not here in Turkey, and he's found other ways of getting to the tournaments. Beyond the Game spoke to the not-so-frequent flyer.
I've never really thought about it that way. For me, it was always a situation that I was going to be in. I think I accepted it from the beginning when I started playing again in 2011. So I don't really think that way. I try to make the most out of it. If I'm the greatest player in the world and not playing a single tournament, that doesn't change that I'm the greatest player in the world. The only thing that's different is that I'm not at the top of the world rankings. So both things must not necessarily go next to each other. If that was true, I actually should have played a lot better at the beginning of the season than the end of the season, because towards the end of the season I probably played, I don't know, maybe 20 weeks out of 25. So it would be quite logic to be weaker towards the end, but that is actually where I played the best and also with the most travel that I've had. Since I've openly talked about it, I'm only being approached by people who want to help me, who are aware of the situation and who do not mind it. And I've just signed with another good partner who actually fits quite nicely in there. I've signed with BMW, and I'm driving a nice 320D diesel touring, which is nice to travel around Europe with. I just enjoy playing golf. It's that simple. I enjoy playing golf. I enjoy getting better, and I guess those two motivational factors, when they come together, it seems to make me capable of competing at this level. On my way from Geneva to Ireland in 2014 for a Challenge Tour event, I went past a German soldier cemetery in the Normandy. I just decided to pull over to have a look, and it really touched me emotionally and motivated me to look within my own family history. That was very insightful, very emotional, and very inspiring, so I'm very happy for those things. John Daly, big time. He keeps you upbeat forever. I think he'd be great. Wow, that's a tough one, because I don't really have like 1, 2, or 3 genres that I really go into. It really depends on my mood. So that is a tough one. So I'm probably gonna go with something that I've enjoyed quite lately, and that would be my good old University of South Carolina alumni band, Hootie and the Blowfish.
Well, Florian Fritsch there, racking up the numbers on the speedometer and on the scoreboard. He's not the only sportsman afraid of flying. Remember Dennis Bergkamp? Well, we caught up with his old Arsenal teammate David Platt, who had a few words to say on the golf and a certain North London derby taking place. They have a good shot there. How are you finding the course so far?
Of course, it's in unbelievable condition, you know, for amateurs to play in a course that's been set up in such a good condition for the professionals. It's mind-boggling. It makes you realise how good they are in and around the greens, because for me they're so quick, and you've got to be really at it. But it's been a terrific day.
And what do you think about Turkish golf? Is this your first time in Turkey coming to play golf here?
No, I've been coming several times. I spent 7-8 years playing in Istanbul in the Beko Pro-Am. And then moving down here as well, when that competition moved down here, I came down a couple of times. But I would think at least once, maybe twice a year I'm coming down here to Antalya to play golf. I think it's there isn't a better place anywhere, in my opinion, for such quality golf in such a small area, and it's long may it continue.
And we can't let you go with quick word. North London derby Sunday. Harry Kane back for Tottenham, supposedly. Arsenal doing pretty well at the moment.
Well, both teams are doing well. I think the Premier League's very open. Manchester City are playing well, obviously, but you've got to throw Tottenham into that equation, Arsenal into that equation, Liverpool also into that equation, and Chelsea just recently have gone on a run as well. So, the Premier League, as was last year, tight, with perhaps a strange winner in Leicester City. But what's interesting to see is that all the teams at this stage of the season, maybe a third of the way in, there's 5 or 6 teams that will all have designs on winning a championship. Now the result at the weekend is not going to win it or lose it for either club, but I've played in North London derbies, they're all big.
Right, that is all we have time for part 1, but stay tuned because there's plenty more to come after the break.
We check out the boy from Angri who's making waves in Turkish golf.